Okay guys, welcome back to Sanity Maintenance. Today we're going to be looking at something a whole lot different than normal. Sanity Maintenance being anything that makes you relax or something you like to do to kind of clear your mind of your job and the bullshit that goes around you. So today we're going to be looking at how to clean the facing on a golf club. Yes, I do play golf every once in a while. Not much, but I used to play a lot when I was younger. Just not as much anymore. And I'm a terrible golfer too on top of that. But we'll get right into that on how to do this. This is 3 different ways you can clean this. We'll go to all 3. Okay, I was actually in here doing a little bit of cleaning. I figured I'd do a little video while I'm doing it as well. You don't necessarily have to go by this video. What you do is up to you and on your own. I clean my clubs a certain way on the face, and I do it for certain reasons, and I'll get into that. But first I'll go over my clubs. This is my 3rd set of the actual ping eyes. They are labeled red, but they are not red. They're actually black. The reason that they are red is to keep people from stealing the damn things. I have lost 2 sets on them. I do have some of the newer ones. I think these were released in the later 2000s here. Tie-Lie, that's pretty old too as well. Depending on what I'm doing as far as driver-wise, if I'm doing a shitload of hooking, I will normally run back to a stiff shaft. So I don't use all the clubs that you see here. I pick and choose as I go, depending on how I'm playing or how shitty I'm playing. Let's put it that way, okay? If I'm doing a lot of hooking, I'll go back to a stiff shaft. That'll bring it back for me. If I'm doing a lot of slicing, that means I'm pushing it a little too far, so I go back to a regular shaft on this one here, and that'll straighten me out and get me down runway there pretty good. I do have mostly all ping eyes. I've had this set here since 81 or 82, I think. They've been here for a long time. I've had them for a long time, taken very well. Still not the original shafts. So they've been reshafted so many times, it's not even funny. They've been wrapped around trees, golf carts, you name it. They've been done. The only oddball club I have this ping here, that is my wedge. This is Zing 2. I picked this up at the U.S. Open back in 1994, I think, in 94, 95. There was a certain golfer that got really pissed off and slung the shit out of it as hard as they could throw it because they were having a really bad day. And I will not tell you who that was. But after everything was said and done with, I ran back out at night and picked it up. And there it is right there. And I still have it to this day. Original shaft, original grip, as you can see, it was on it. So I do run a Ping Zing Eye 2. I think it's Zing Eye 2 is what this is. It is balanced and it is very expensive. Alright, let's get into how to clean. Okay guys, getting into cleaning the face. As far as just the soap and water, you normally can use just a little brush on it. I don't use like a steel brush on it or any kind whatsoever. To kind of get the dirt out of your grooves here. These grooves are severely important. You don't want to do a whole lot of sanding on them. You don't want to do a whole lot of polishing on them. You want to protect these and keep them like you want them, through the time of you owning this face here. Alright, there's 3 different ways you can clean this. My favorite way of cleaning these is I like having a lot of control over my ball. So I'm going to be doing it a little different than everybody. Most people you see use a pick, and they will normally go straight up and down, as you see here, cleaning the grooves out. You can do this if you like, cleaning them out. And in this process, when you're hitting the ball, you will get a little bit of a spin on the ball, but you won't get as much on them. Alright, my way of cleaning is normally digging. I train this piece here to do it a certain way, and I normally come in at an angle. Alright, so I'm coming in at an angle here. What I'm doing is digging into the face of this club. I'm cutting a groove into the face of this club as I'm cleaning it. And over years of using this, I'm causing basically an abrasive part here. If you're running your finger up through it, you should still feel a little bit of an abrasive there to it, versus where you're pulling it down, you don't feel nearly at all. So as what's going on here is when you're taking and catching it, you're causing the ball to spin, especially when it comes back down and lands on the green or wherever you want it. It gives me a whole lot more control of the ball. I love doing this, especially in the rain, wet greens, early in the morning, things like that. I love having it like this. If I'm going to be to a little bit more speedier green, a really dry area, I generally back off and try to do it opposite way if I can, or change out clubs altogether. But normally if I'm cleaning, I am cleaning at an angle here and digging into that face for me. This is creating basically like a knife in that area there and causing it to have a jagged edge there for me. This is normally how I clean and have been doing so through my life. But this has always worked for me. I don't get crazy with the cleaning part of it. You can see these stains on it or whatever. As long as I have the grabbing part here for the spin of the ball, this is generally all I do. As far as the rest of the club goes, I do try to keep things pretty well clean. I do get some really nasty hits every once in a while on it. Just kind of correct them or polish them out the best way I can here. There's many different things you can do to correct this or make it look a little better. This is normally the way I like to clean mine though, on the face here, especially in rainy weather and thunderstorm weather and stuff like that, which you're generally going to be winding up playing in anyways. This gives me a whole lot more control of the ball. And last but not least is the other way. If you're dealing with a lot of fast greens and stuff and you're not trying to get too much control of the ball, you can come in from this way here. Basic cutting, as you see, this does not want to go in there at all because of the way I've got the grooves set. But basic cleaning from this angle here where it has the grooves going away from it as you're digging in. But this is how I normally clean mine and been doing so for years. And I haven't had to actually replace the face yet by doing this. They still play true to this day after all these years. So hopefully if you're trying to figure out how to clean one or do whatever, this will hopefully help you. But this is for fast here, this area here. Straight on is normal cleaning here. Ball control is this angle here. As you can see, if you feel that, you can absolutely feel how much you're going to be grabbing that ball and putting a backspin on it. But just figured I'd cover a video. If it's helpful, hey, give it a thumbs up. If not, that's cool too. Have a good night.